Hello, everyone, and good morning to you. The weather is so nice out there, and we are so very, very excited today. I have the GOAT, Mr. Tom Cole, to my right over there, my partner, and we have a very, very special guest today, Mr. Tramain Rayford, the Executive Director for Programming.
Yes.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It
Thanks
is
for having me.
absolutely honor. It is absolutely
it's a
honor.
pleasure.
I think one of the first things I want to ask you, and thank you very much, Tom, for joining us.
My pleasure.
There's reason we do a whole bunch of things in our lives. We all do. There's a lot of times there's reasons behind
Certainly.
why we do things.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know for a fact that there's a reason behind you starting this program several years ago, the programming.
Yeah.
And just share a little bit about your reasoning behind starting the programming.
Okay, so I'm from Toledo, Ohio. Huge family, but my father, unfortunately, wasn't around. So growing up, I found myself in so many traps. I call them traps of drugs, peer pressure, things of that nature. And one of the traps landed me in a coma. So yes, I was in a coma for 2.5 weeks. I was at a party. I was drinking and smoking and doing drugs. And when I woke up out of my coma, I seen a man who I recognized, but I didn't know who he was. And my mom had to say, "Honey, that's your dad." And I'm like, whoa. Well, it's nice to meet you, Dad. You know, fast forward, I got out of the hospital, and a couple years ago, I forgot, but my mom showed me a letter that I wrote my dad. And it talked about, I'm not mad at you for not being around. I'm not upset with you, but now that you are around, I need you to teach me these practical skills. And that is what ended up being the programming. So it's crazy how it comes in full circle.
Yes.
But that's why I do what I do, because it's what I needed when I was growing up.
You know, that is absolutely amazing story. Tom, I want you to chip in on that in a few minutes, but it's just, you know, things happen for a reason in life.
Certainly.
You know what I mean? And I really, truly believe, like the job that myself and Tom does and the rest of our ambassadors here at Taylor, I do believe it is our calling. Okay.
Certainly. Yep.
I do believe we are anointed
Yep.
to do this type of work.
Yeah.
And I think that it kind of aligns with your life story too.
Yeah, certainly. It takes a certain type of person to do what we do.
Right.
I say it's about your heart posture. If your heart posture isn't in the right place, it's not going to be successful.
Right.
We do everything we do with the right heart. So yeah.
Tramain, that is I love the saying, heart posture. You know, that's what Cross does every day. He brings his true heart to everything that we do.
Certainly.
You know, some people, you know, they look at you and they smile and they'll shake your hand. You know, you think, okay, they're good, whatever. But maybe they go away and then they say something else about you. You know, Cross always says that true heart. You know, it's up front. What you see is what you get. Honest, you know, straightforward. But you're doing something that is so valuable in our community.
Yep.
You're changing kids' lives.
Yep.
What is the most difficult thing to adjust a youngster who's on a path that you can see is going to be trouble, right?
Yeah.
What's the hardest thing for you to try to get them juxtaposition to the right path?
The hardest part is, I would say, is to get them to realize the path that they are currently on is a dead end, right?
Okay.
So we have to expose them that, hey, what you're doing right now, although it may seem minuscule, in the long run, you're headed for destruction.
Which means they don't want to hear that.
Oh,
right?
no.
So how do you, I guess I'm trying to get to the base because I think you can help so many people.
Yeah, certainly.
How do you get to that point where they will listen to you that, okay, I need to change?
Well, it takes relational equity. Okay. You know, it takes time. I think the data says that it takes about 18 months for youth to trust you and love on you and then listen to you. So with us, we have no rush approach. We just love on these kids. We're intentional about these kids. I got one kid that started with us a 1.5 years ago, and he would not talk. Would not talk. And now, to fast forward, we did a collaboration with Chick-fil-A. He went and did an interview and he got a job. at Chick-fil-A. And he's speaking and he's very confident in himself, but it takes a while. You can't just, it's not just like a genie overnight.
And I think I know how it makes you feel.
Oh yeah.
Tell the folks out there how that makes you feel.
It makes me feel like a proud dad.
Yes.
You know, when
Right.
you see
Yes.
someone to come from where they're at and to evolve into this. Me and the other volunteers, we talk, we said, we don't even know who this kid is anymore.
Yes.
He's unrecognizable when he walks into a room. It's like, who's that again? So yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to watch these kids come from one side of the spectrum to the other side of the spectrum and being productive citizens of Toledo.
And it's so amazing, Tramain, it really, really is that, you know, some of the things that you missed in your life, unfortunately, from your dad, you actually given those so that type of love and that attention to these kids.
Our kids,
you know,
our kids need it.
that is amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And you do so many great things in the community. I mean, this event, that event, and you're going skateboarding, you're taking kids fishing. You know, we having our mom's prom. And you know, Tatum Automotive family, we are so proud. I think this is our 4th year of connecting with you.
Yeah.
We are so proud of you. I mean, you are one of my favorite organizations. And, you know, I feel a part of your growth and development. I do. But just tell me, how important is your sponsorships? That's what I want to know. Because I know you're getting a check from here, a check from there, a check from there. I mean, people are really recognizing the programming,
Certainly.
and more importantly, supporting the great work that you do.
I mean, we can't do this by ourselves. If it wasn't for the support of companies like Taylor Automotive Family or checks from, we had a grant from the city of Toledo. This is how we operate. It takes money to do these things. Just recently, 2 months ago, I was able to go full time to actually do this work for 7 years. I was working 2 jobs, or working 1 job and then doing this on the other job. So I'm able to pour more time and more energy.
So you're full time now, program.
Yes, I'm full time.
Congratulations, man.
Yep, 2 months in. So yeah,
Right.
But yeah, our sponsors are the ones that really carry this thing on.
Right. And you got an event coming up soon. I know you do.
Yeah.
I believe it's July the 13th. Yeah. And I love, you know, that's my favorite out of all your events. The mom, what's it called?
It's called the Mom Prom.
Just explain to us a little
So
bit.
we've all heard of the daddy-daughter dance, right?
Yes.
Where dads take the daughters to the dance. What we did was we created something that already existed, but we just made it our own. We created Mom Prom, where the young men can dress up, get nice, put their tie on, put their suit on. Now mom can go and get her dress on, get her shoes on, do her makeup, and we can go to what we call Mom Prom. It's like the prom, but it's for boys and their moms. So boys ages 8 to 18 and their moms can come and
It
have
is
a
so classy,
fabulous
guys.
time. A fabulous time. So yeah.
Tramain, it's very easy to see, you know, with Cross and I being up there and China and Corey and Steven out in the audience, why you're so effective. Because there's a thing in sales, and what you're doing is basically sales. Because you're selling to a young person that, you know, I've had life experiences, I can help you, you know, you're selling to a young person. And when you're selling, usually you have 30 seconds, the person you're selling to decide. And they're gonna decide whether they wanna listen to you with your voice. It's called voice integrity, which you have, your smile, eye contact. You know, you're gonna get yes, and all this. You have a manner about you, a style that is a welcoming style, not an intimidating, wall up, tough, you know. That has to have helped you in these relationships.
Certainly. I mean, I get it from my humble beginnings, right? Nobody wants to see a chauvinistic, you know,
Right.
You know, everybody, we're all people and we all have struggles and we all have things that we carry day to day. So,
But you're so relatable, Tramain. This is what, and that, not everybody's got that.
Right.
You know, you're so accessible and relatable. I think it's got to make you super effective.
yeah, and that's what it's about. You know, it's about the impact that we can bring to these young men that are in our community. That's all I truly care about. Everything else is an avenue to do that, right?
Yes.
So funding and donors and all that stuff, volunteers, that's an avenue to be more effective with the children that we serve.
And Cross, how about for Tramain, if other people who are going to watch him, China does a great job.
Yep.
She does a great job with the videos, and we put that out there. If they want to get a hold of you, Tramain, and help you.
Or volunteer.
Or volunteer, how would they do that?
You can email us. Actually, you can get on our website. There's a volunteer application on our website at programming.org, and they can fill out all the information there. We have a volunteer orientation June 30th that they can come and hear all about us.
Programming.org.
Yep.
Okay, that's simple.
And do you have a telephone number they can contact you too?
I do. It's my personal telephone
Oh, okay.
number,
So,
so
yeah.
I usually don't. I
get it.
prefer emails, and that way I can
Programming,
keep track.
programming.org is pretty easy.
Yeah.
You got to be able to get to that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just want to remind before we head out here of your event coming up, the Mom's Sprout, and what time it starts, and where is it at?
So the second annual Mom Prom
Yes.
is at the Glass City Center on 401 Jefferson Street. It starts at 6 p.m. and it goes to 9 p.m. You're going to want to be there.
Yes.
This year is 100% free. We got a grant from the city of Toledo.
Congratulations.
And we
Nice.
threw a ton of the funds to that
Right.
for our moms and sons to have this.
And I believe registration is open now.
Registration will be open around 5:30 p.m. That way when moms
Today,
get off
right?
of work. Yes, when moms get off of work, they can, I don't want people at work on their phones.
Right.
Trying to get it. And then supervisors come in and say, hey, you're not supposed to be, so yeah, 5:30, around 5:30 they'll open up. So.
So everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. There you have it. We were joined by the GOAT over here, Mr. Tom Cole, and my man Tramain Rayford. Hope you enjoyed it. So see you next time.